After 7 months and 28,000 kilometers on the clock, Spencer Conway is 3/4 of the way through his attempt to circumnavigate Africa on a motorcycle. He's endured a near-fatal shooting, theft, rough accommodation and treacherous roads. But he's also experienced the beauty and the people of this vast continent. Because of the tough roads in the Congo Republic, he was forced to abandon most of his luggage. So traveling light with just a tent and dirty underwear, he enters Gabon.
Okay, good morning. Sorry I'm looking so bleary-eyed. It's about 6:30 in the morning and I'm about 40 kilometers into Gabon. Last night I stopped just outside the border post because it was getting late. Once again, it's a dirt road, but it's perfect. And guess who's doing it? The Chinese. It seems like in 10 years' time, you'll be able to go around Africa on tar roads all the way if you want to, which is excellent for the countries that are involved. But you wonder at what price, what their debt's going to be to the Chinese, whether they've signed off their mineral rights or logging rights or God knows what, but that's the way of the world.
After crossing the border at Isala, Spencer's route across Gabon will take him towards the capital, Libreville. He then plans to travel north, avoiding Equatorial Guinea, to the Cameroon border crossing near Bitam. It's about 900 kilometers, and if there are no delays, it should take Spencer 2 days.
I'm well aware that a lot of people that watch this will think, where are all the people? Where are all the local people? Where's all the mixing? And I completely understand that. So I'll give you a couple of reasons. One reason is obviously it's sparsely populated here. The second reason is the route that I'm taking. I'm not going through the major cities. I'm not doing all the tourist attractions. But the third reason, and I completely admit it, is me. Obviously, everyone goes on a trip like this to try and find themselves. And that wasn't what I was trying to do at all. I wanted to face the challenge and try and make it. So I do apologize if you're looking for an anthropological sort of program, but it's not me.
Breaking the news that he will not be stopping to hang out with the locals, ingest their hallucinogenic drugs, or do a tribal dance with a feather up his bottom, Spencer pushes on through Gabon's interior, only stopping for lunch.
So far the route here has been pretty uninspiring. It's all sort of flat. It's not tropical, it's not savanna. It's not hot, it's not cold. It's a weird place. Pretty uninspiring at the moment. They got good corned beef though. Very good.
While clearly impressed by the quality of Gabon's corned beef, Spencer is less impressed by its landscape. He makes good time traveling through the country and enters Cameroon, where the landscape dramatically changes.
Okay, I'm on the ring road in sort of Western Cameroon, lower Western Cameroon, and heading around. This ring road is 360 kilometers long, but we're just going to do a certain section of it. I'm here with Mike, a friend of mine who I met along the way. He's traveling independently, but for today he's come on the bike. We're heading down towards a place called Abbey Waterfall. Got no idea what it's like, but this area is really, it's made up of crater lakes and waterfalls and a lot of rivers and very, very beautiful scenery. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of it now. The great thing about Cameroon is that it's not really geared towards tourists that much. So you can turn up and you can have an amazing thing that I've just found here, which is known as the Abbey Waterfalls. There's absolutely no sign whatsoever. There's no one there asking for money or anything. You just walk through this strange sort of backwoods with this there's a derelict building here. And right there is some beautiful, beautiful waterfalls.
With all this water around, Spencer and his new buddy Mike decide to get off the bike and explore by canoe.
This is called Lake Awing. There's a bit of wobbling. I'm afraid we're in a pirogue that we managed to sort out ourselves. It was totally waterlogged and full of reeds, so we emptied it out and we're on the water, but it's pretty shaky around here. Lake called Lake Neos is very famous. It's near here, but unfortunately we can't get there because there's a bridge that's collapsed. It is famous because it released a vapor, basically noxious gases that killed 1,800 people. The other thing that this area is famous for is palm wine. I haven't been so lucky to try that yet. The main reason is because I'm riding a motorbike. And palm wine plus motorbike equals serious injury.
Back on the bike, Spencer ventures into town for a bit of Cameroon hospitality and succumbs to the local brew of palm wine.
I'm not going to drink more than one, but what I've done is back up. I've got this for when I get home.
After a face full of palm wine and parting company with Mike, he's back on the road travelling north. But the going's getting tough.
Okay, I've left Bamenda and I'm heading to the Nigerian border of Ekok, and it's looking pretty bad. Now, I'm told that the road after Manthe to the border of Nigeria is probably the worst road in Africa. So it looks like this 150k is going to take me 5 or 6 hours. Once again, the Chinese are doing up the road, so the road has got a little bit better. Unfortunately, just before that I had a little tumble. There was a drop about 100 foot down one side, and then there was a big gully, and I hesitated. And hesitation leads to disaster, and I fell. I think I've sprained my wrist. It's a bit sore, I don't know, sort of a bit bent.
With a limp wrist, he enters the most populated country in Africa, Nigeria. And it seems the entire population has turned out to give him a warm welcome.
Okay, good morning. It's day 220 on my trip and I'm in Lagos in Nigeria. I'm leaving today to go to Benin, and it's been absolutely mad. Nigeria is supposed to be larger than life. A lot of people told me you're not going to believe it when you get there, and it's absolutely true. I've literally been swept away by the place. There's been non-stop attention. Now, mainly due to a guy called Charlie Boy, who's also known as the area father, because he controls all the motorbikes. He provides motorbikes for people. He's a film star. He's got his own TV show. But he organised press conferences galore. I must have been in 10 newspapers. Must have been on TV 5 or 6 times. People recognise me in the street, and which is kind of weird with 160 million people, that people come up to you and say, I saw you on TV, but I've been on all the main TV channels. Okay, the Lakota boys, let's hear it now! Yeah! And thanks to them also, I've been put up in, well, this is a 5-star hotel for here. And just out of interest, I went and asked how much it is. It's $125 a day. And Charlie Boy's put me up here for 3 nights, so how nice of him, eh? The only downside was that from Abuja to Lagos, I didn't manage to do any filming because there was a convoy and we were rushing to get to Lagos for 2 o'clock, so it was just non-stop speeding with completely crazy drivers. So, and once again, I'll be sad to leave. Okay, good morning. It's my first full day in Benin, and it's exciting. I'm on the beach. I'm at a place called Ouida, which has a population of about 30,000. It's the voodoo center of Benin, and I've already come across loads of symbols and statues and that sort of thing. There's a village quite near here called Ganvi, which is very famous and overrun by tourists because the houses are built on sticks, because in the water there was a period where there was a lot of fighting going on, Dahomey as it was then, and the Fon people decided to escape and live on stilts in the middle of the water because it was part of the religious custom of their enemies that they didn't touch water. So that was the only place they were safe, and it ended up being a permanent residence. I've just arrived in Togo. Border was a bit of a hassle actually. They wanted a visa even though I don't think you need a visa. And that cost me $20 US. The guy was a bit rude actually, which is surprising because Benin was really excellent. Pity they couldn't give me more than 48 hours. It was just one long beautiful beach along the coast and I could have stayed there forever. So I'll just give you a quick view. I'm in a very, very good mood. I'm in Ghana. Everyone I've met's been absolutely brilliant. Hello. Everyone's been brilliant, very, very friendly. Glad I got out of Togo, even though I had no choice because I couldn't get any money, but the vibe wasn't good. But I had to stop here because it's a famous, famous river, the Volta. I didn't even know where it was, but here it is, the lower Volta. So I suppose I'm going to reach the upper Volta at some point.
After leaving Cameroon, Spencer's route took him to the Nigerian capital, Lagos. From there, he travelled along the coast into the small countries of Benin and Togo. Now in Ghana, his plan is to travel to its capital, Accra, and then to Burkina Faso, avoiding the Ivory Coast, which is not issuing visas.
I'm in Accra, in the capital of Ghana, and I found a room for about $7. It's pretty rough, it's pretty basic. There's no toilet, there's no shower. It's in a derelict building and it's actually a brothel. There's about 50 prostitutes here. As you can see, it's not the cleanest. There's my water for washing and showers, and there's the bed on the floor. And the curtains. Don't think they've been cleaned for a while.
After a dirty night with noisy neighbours, Spencer leaves Accra and heads up the coast, which has a morbid history.
I'm on the Cape Coast, and the Cape Coast is basically from Accra all the way to Ivory Coast, running along the coastal route, obviously, and that's where a lot of slavery went on, and in fact they've got loads of forts all the way along here, one after another, which were used not just for protection and for trading and that, but they were also used to literally brand and count the slaves. So that's pretty horrible. This is probably my last report from Ghana. Each time I cut something off or finish up a country now, I really feel like I'm just ticking it off. So it's coming to an end, which means exciting things like seeing signs like this are going to be a thing of the past, and it's going to be like Ashford, Maidstone, instead of this. I want to finish Africa, actually finish it, all 54 countries, before anywhere else, because it's too stunning.
After offending the people of Ashford and Maidstone, Spencer makes a tearful exit from Ghana and enters Burkina Faso.
Okay, I've been in Burkina Faso for about 20 minutes and it's brilliant. Everybody's waving to me, everybody's smiling, and in fact there's two kids behind me right now. Hello, ça va? Excellent. And obviously the language barrier is not a problem for me because I speak French like Charles de Gaulle, so I'm all right. Charles de Gaulle. Bonjour, madame. Ça va? Excellent.
Spencer entered Burkina Faso at the border crossing at Pagué. His route will then take him across the interior and then into Mali at the Kadira border. From there, he'll travel to Bamako, the capital, and then on to Guinea. But first, he wants to fulfill a strange childhood dream.
Okay, I can finally say it. A childhood dream, absolutely. I'm in Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso. What a great thing to say. It's a pit. It's such a pit. Just got myself some Burkina Faso street food. That is a piece of fish. And then you get rice with black beans. And I also managed to get some stuff to freshen up. So I got Angola. It's most effective.
Feeling fresh after a mouthful of Angola, Spencer's now spruced up, ready to charm the Mali embassy into giving him a visa.
Okay, it's my second day in Burkina Faso and it's 7:30. I just found the embassy for Mali, so I'm all sorted, ready to go there. They open at 8. I don't know if you can see, it's well, I'm going to show you in a minute, but it's quite a progressive place in the fact that they've got cycle lanes. Probably the only place in the whole of Africa that's got cycle lanes. I don't know if you can see there. So the Teletubbies are popular here as well, eh?
Revealing an unhealthy knowledge of children's television, Spencer sets off to Bamako in Mali. It's about 850 kilometres and should take 2 days.
I've driven about 150 kilometres through Mali now. I'm feeling pretty guilty because I haven't been filming, and it sounds really spoiled, but it's all pretty much the same. It's just scrubland, obviously more green than it normally is because of the rainy season, but it's right up to the side of the road. I heard a story when I was in Cape Town about a couple who'd saved up for many years to go from Morocco to Cape Town, and their trip came to a very quick end in Mali when they hit a cow. How do you hit a cow? Unless you're riding at night or unless you're going too fast. I just can't understand it, really.
Aware of Mali's deadly kamikaze cows, Spencer pushes on cautiously to Bamako.
Okay, I'm 12 kilometres outside Bamako and just had a shower, so I feel great. I came here because I heard they've got camping, but when I arrived, the owner said that the camping's been closed down because a couple got mugged and robbed. It's pretty gruesome. Well, it's not gruesome, have a look. Up there, I don't know what snakes or what they've got in there. I've got a mosquito net there, which is a lovely shade of brown. And then this is my bathroom. There's no light, which is probably a good thing. Get some soap, which was used. Andre, the owner, just turned up and brought me my lighting for my room, which consists of jump cables, a light on a stick, and of course, a battery. So you just stick on the terminals and voila, lighting for the room. Look at the size of it. I may as well sit around a cigarette. Today was about 42 degrees, unbelievable. Anyway, I'm heading off tomorrow towards the Fouta Djallon mountains in Guinea. I should make it by tomorrow evening, but we'll see how it goes. See that fly? In my nose everywhere. Africa. Yesterday I saw a snake crossing the road really, really quickly. And unfortunately, that's the thing about snakes. You only find them if you really, really want to see them. You find them dead. Look at the size of that. And it is a big, big snake. I'll go back a bit. But just look at those colours. Beautiful. There we go. I'm in Guinea at the moment, having a really horrible day. One of the worst days. I'm not enjoying myself at all. The road's annoying. It's non-stop turns. It's really, really torturous progress. There's potholes everywhere. The place isn't organised, so they've got no petrol. I nearly ran out. There's no food around. Yeah, sorry to be such a spoilt brat, but I just don't feel good. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel like I've achieved anything. I don't know how I feel. It's just bloody awful.
Come on, you're not a cow. You're too small.
Decided to stop for a while to sort of calm down a little bit. I've been driving way too fast, partly because I've been in a bad mood, really bad mood. Decided to have some food. That is black beans with pasta, and it was wrapped in her child's homework, I suppose. I don't know what it is. So anyway, I'm going to dig into that, obviously with the proverbial sardines. Just try and relax a little bit.
From the border crossing at Kouré Mali, Spencer's route through Guinea will take him towards the Haut-Niger National Park, then east through the interior onto the mountainous region of the Fouta-Djallon. From there, he'll travel north to the Senegal border.
The reason I'm not having such a good time in Guinea is because, well, it's probably got something to do with the fact that everybody's trying to kill me. And that's not paranoia. It's the driving is unbelievable, especially the taxis, the yellow taxis. And I was thinking about it, and lo and behold, I came around a corner, and obviously this guy has had a head-on with this guy. And I doubt if either of them survived. I'm sure he's not a taxi driver anymore. Okay, it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm up really early. I've packed already. I'm ready to go. I'm in the Fouta-Djallon Mountains in central Guinea, and I'm in a place called Dalabe, where I stopped for the night because I wanted to be prepared to leave really, really early because apparently I'm facing one of the worst roads in Africa. But we shall see.
Excited by the prospect of tackling one of Africa's toughest roads, Spencer's bad mood lifts. He mans up and takes on the challenge.
I've done 150 Ks in 5 hours. I've got another 100 Ks to go, so I'm going to make it to the border with Senegal today. It's been amazing, amazing, amazing. I've got a rash on my arm. I don't know if you can see it, but that's from the heat. Ah, brilliant. Love it. Not going to beat me, not going to beat my bike. I'm going to make it. Hardly anyone around. Feel like I'm in real Africa again. Seen some monkeys. Oh, it's great. I'm 20 kilometers from Koundra, which is the final sort of major town before the border with Senegal. But the reason I feel so privileged is because the 3 toughest rides I've had. The first one was northern Kenya, Moyale to Marsabit. The second one was the Congo, and then the third one was today. Now, the reason I feel so privileged is that the Kenya route won't exist because it'll just be tar. And lo and behold, this is being tarred as well. So it looks like next year those 2 routes won't exist. Well, they'll exist, but they'll be easy. And I do feel sorry for people who are really into adventuring. They're missing it on 2 beautiful routes. But the Makela de Zomba route, that will not be done for many, 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 many years. It's not even a path. So that's the one to go for.
In the next episode, Spencer Conway pushes on with the final leg of his extraordinary journey, crossing 7 borders from Senegal to the UK. He will experience harsh desert conditions and faces the reality of returning home to normality.